A hunter sits alone by a dying fire, his scarred face twisted in the flickering light. Half his beard is burned away, revealing mottled flesh beneath. He takes a long pull from a flask, wincing as the liquid touches his split lip. They say dragon hunting is glorious work. Horse shit. You want to know what it really is? It's the stench of your own cooking flesh when their flame catches you. It's watching your best friend melt inside his armor, screaming until his lungs collapse. It's the sound your bones make when a tail the size of a tree trunk crushes your ribs to powder. 20 damned years I've been doing this. Look at my hands. These stumps where 3 fingers used to be. Didn't lose them to dragonfire. Oh no. Lost them to frostbite while tracking an ice drake through the northern wastes. Had to cut them off myself with a heated dagger. The cold ones are worse than the fire breathers, if you ask me. They make you suffer longer. He rolls up his sleeve, revealing scales growing from burn scars. See this? Dragonfire does something to you, changes you. Every scar from their flames never quite heals right. Sometimes I scratch these patches and scales come loose. Healer says it's spreading. Maybe one day I'll become the very thing I hunt. Wouldn't that be a joke? The kills. Gods, the kills are the worst part. You ever heard a dragon die? They don't just fall. They thrash, crack the earth beneath them. Their blood, it's like liquid fire, melts right through steel. Lost 3 hunting parties to that lesson. The ground turns to glass where their blood pools. And the smell, like metal and lightning and death all mixed together. Found a nest last spring. Mother Dragon was protecting it naturally. Took 6 hours to bring her down. She fought until there was more blood outside her than in. When she finally fell, she was still trying to crawl back to her eggs. The things we do, we had to destroy the eggs. Ever heard an unborn dragon scream inside its shell? I have. Every night in my dreams. The man takes another drink, longer this time. The nobles who hire us, they want trophies, heart, scales, teeth. But they don't see us hack through bone and sinew to get them. Don't see us knee-deep in steaming entrails, racing to harvest organs before they dissolve into nothing. Don't watch us saw through skulls bigger than horses, trying not to think about the intelligence that lived behind those eyes. I've killed 17 of them now. Each one took a piece of me with it. Not just flesh, something deeper. You know what's really sick? Sometimes I think they recognize me. Last one I faced, it spoke. Not in our tongue, but words all the same. Looked right at me and said something that made my soul freeze. I understood it too, though I wish I hadn't. It said, "Brother." The hunter stares at his scaled arm. Maybe it wasn't wrong. You want to know the real reason we hunt them? We're afraid, not of what they are, but of what they remind us we used to be, before cities, before laws, before we decided we were civilized. They're living proof that we're not the most powerful things in this world. Can't have that, can we? The hunter unsheathes a notched blade, its edge permanently stained black. Tomorrow, I'll head into those mountains. Another contract, another dragon. They say this one's been eating livestock, and the shepherds too. Part of me hopes it gets me this time. Better to die in flame and fury than watch myself slowly turn into whatever I'm becoming. His scarred hand trembles as he sheathes the sword. The worst part, I'm starting to think the dragons aren't the monsters in this story. Never were. We hunt them because they're the last real things in a world we've made tame and small. And maybe deep down, we hate them for staying wild when we couldn't. Touches the scaling on his arm again. At least they die free.